You're now live, it says. Okay, so I started the clock, and that was a bit of a rush round getting everything ready because this is the first of 3 shows today on Amazon Live. And I'm just going to press the button on my iPad and go live. So we're live on Amazon Live, and it's going to take a few seconds for everything to actually come into place. But it's been quite a rush around this morning because I was sorting out the Black Friday deals because there are some very special prices on items on Amazon today, and I'm very fortunate, as I'll explain in a moment. So we are live. We have our first visitor of the day, which as usual is the Stream Elements bot. So say good morning to the bot and thank you for watching over us on YouTube. And the clock is going to disappear in a second, and I am going to appear. Right, okay. It's Black Friday. It's 11 a.m. in the UK, which is not my normal broadcasting time, and it's 6 a.m. on the East Coast. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, hello. If you click the link up above, then it will take you over to Amazon Live, which is where all the action is and all the special prices are. And this is an exciting day. This is a day of day for Amazon Live broadcasters. And I'm just pleased to be here today broadcasting to you and talking about the items that are actually down in my carousel. Now, I did, before I went live today, sort them into order so that all the Black Friday items were at the beginning. And what I discovered was this, that of the items in my carousel today, the first 20 items in the carousel today are all Black Friday deals. So we're going to be able to look at everything which is a Black Friday deal in my carousel. The first 20 items are Black Friday deals. So if you scroll through the items, then you will discover that they've all got the Black Friday red tag in the top left-hand corner. And there are 2 things about this. 1, they're in my carousel, and 2, I can show them to you. Okay, so 20 of the items that are in my carousel today are a Black Friday deal. So just scroll along the carousel at the bottom and you'll find out which they are. And well, it's going to be an interesting session, hopefully. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here, and my first item in the carousel is this minute. Yeah, is the Nexigo. So whilst I'm switching over cameras, I'm going to show you each of the cameras in turn and explain why they are a Black Friday deal and why I actually bought them. So I'm just waiting for a second in my studio to switch cameras over. So I'm changing a camera, and as soon as I've got that camera, I should be back on screen. So you can see some of the items in the carousel physically on the desktop here. And as I say, I'm just waiting. And if I come back now, I'm now on the Nexigo. And this is the first item in the carousel. Now, the Nexigo, well, first of all, Nexigo are based just outside Seattle. And they are electronic retailers. And they decided a couple of three years ago that there was a gap in the webcam market and that they were going to produce an extraordinary series of webcams. There are 15 webcams in the series. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll find out more. They range in price from $50 up to the price today, $151.99. Now, from time to time, I am going to put my reading glasses on, okay, to actually check the prices for you because I don't want to get the prices wrong. The Nexigo today is $151.99, which is a 20% discount on the normal price. And it is a Black Friday deal. And I just want to go over to Amazon and make sure that we're live on Amazon. And the chat, I think today of all days is going to be the big test of Amazon Live. If you're watching me live, I'd like to say thank you. And just to explain a little bit, if I go here, yep, that's about right. Down in down below me at the moment. Welcome to the Broadcast with Stephen. I'll try again. Welcome to the Broadcast with Stephen, live from England. I'm one of 6 English broadcasters on Amazon Live. I'm happy to be here, especially today being Black Friday. And just a reminder that this is Lights, Camera, Action. And I have 20 Black Friday broadcasting deals down in the carousel. The first 20 items are all Black Friday deals. They're all in my office. I can show any of them to you. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. I'm going to take that off full screen, which should return things to me in a second. Okay. So let's come back here. And we're back. Okay, so Black Friday is what it's about. If you've got any questions about live broadcasting, please do ask. This is a free service from Amazon. We're all independent broadcasters. When I tell you about an item, I will tell you all the good things. And if there's anything that is a niggle, then I'll tell you about that too. So you're getting honest reviews. And if you watch the live broadcast today on a variety of topics, then you'll find that everybody has expertise in different areas. I'm always amazed by, I actually watch more live broadcasts than I actually do. And I'm always amazed by the quality of information which is given out. Now, whilst we're live, there is going to be a snake. Just a minute, let me just get hold of the snake, which is here. Okay, now if you comment whilst I'm live on Amazon Live, then the snake, which is going around the screen, your comment will be added to the snake. Your picture will be added to the snake. Your name will be added to the snake. Right. Let's just keep us going. Hopefully things are going to clear up. But let's go and talk about the Nexigo. Then I'm going to give you a demonstration. So as far as everything's concerned today, what I'm going to do is tell you the story behind the products in the carousel, and then I'm going to give a demonstration of the products. We're going to work our way through the carousel. We're going to get as far as we can. I'm live now. I'm also live at 9 a.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Eastern today. And I can see a bit of freezing. Hopefully that will go. I'm going to do something, just a minute. I'm going to close that. So let me take the thing about live broadcasting is it's not perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close a couple of things down. And I think if I come back now, if I put my hand up, yeah, we're sort of live, but there is a slight delay. And I'm going to live with that during this broadcast and hope that things actually improve as we're going along. But if you have any questions, then please do ask. And the camera you're looking at the moment is the one down in the carousel, which is the Nexigo N970p. So you're looking at the Nexigo N970p, and you're listening to the Elgato Wave 3 microphone, which is a Black Friday deal down in the carousel. If you scroll along the carousel, you'll find out more about the microphone, and I'm going to tell you about the camera right now. Now, the camera is Zoom certified. So it's certified for Zoom calls, and it has onboard flash memory. Okay, and basically this means that it can actually save its settings, and you can have different views, which you can, well, I'll show you in a moment. Live demonstration in a moment. It's got AI-powered auto framing, and we're getting better now. We've got AI-powered auto framing. I bought this camera for one reason: the quality of the picture. And the quality of picture is down to something I'm going to tell you about, because as I said, Nexigo put things into their webcams that other people don't. And one of the things that's in the Nexigo webcam is a Sony CMOS chip, which we'll see later. But it's AI-powered auto framing. Now, the situation is that I'm using this camera today solo, yeah, but it can cope with 3 people on screen, and the angle goes wider to get 3 people on screen, or 5 people on screen sat around a conference table, and it will actually expand. Okay, it's because it's got an adjustable field of view. And as I said a moment ago, it's got an inbuilt Sony sensor. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. Noise cancellation is important, really important. If you're on a Zoom call or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and your dog barks, if you've got noise cancelling microphones, then the only person who'll hear the dog is you. Okay. When you're looking for today, the old days, Black Friday, when you're looking for a special camera or microphone, you'll find some down in the carousel. But do check for noise cancellation, because it is important. It is built into most webcams and most microphones at the moment. And it just is a boon in terms. Now, this camera, the Nexigo conference camera, works with Microsoft Teams. It works with Zoom, for which it's certified, and with WebEx and Google. And this is the key. This is what makes the 970p different from all other cameras, is that it's got a Sony CMOS sensor that features 3240 by 2160 ultra high definition at 30 frames per second. Okay, let's take that in English. Okay, the Sony CMOS chip is the one that actually gives it the clarity of the picture. And what we're looking for when we go live on Zoom or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch is a clear picture. And the Sony CMOS chip gives this Nexigo N970p the clearest picture I've seen on a webcam. Click link in the carousel and you'll find some samples. I mean, you're actually watching it now, so you're getting a good idea of what the Nexigo is capable of. But it is capable of one person on screen, 3 people on screen, or 5 people on screen, and it will expand its field of view. And that's down to the Sony CMOS chip, which gives us the 4K resolution. Now, at the moment, we can't broadcast in 4K through our web browsers, but you can. If you download OBS, add the Nexigo N970p to OBS as your webcam, set the destination to YouTube, and then set the resolution to 4K, you can go live on YouTube in 4K from your desktop now. And the quality difference, I mean, I'm broadcasting to you in 720, which is DVD quality. 1080 is the next step up, and you'll find most webcams can do 720 and 1080. But we're talking about 4K, which is somewhere up through the roof. Now, the higher the number, the more pixels there are, and the better quality of the picture. And we've got the opportunity now to get a 4K camera. I've got 3 with me today. I've got, if we go through it, and just bring this on screen, we're going to be looking at the Nexigo 970p at the moment. We're going to be looking at a Logitech Brio and the Oberspot 4K. So we're going to be comparing 3 4K webcams, and now is the time to actually get involved in 4K. Yeah, to actually practice and see what it looks like to broadcast. It's a totally different experience, broadcasting in 4K to broadcasting in 720 or 1080. It's night and day. The quality of the image is such, it's clearer, it's crisper, you can't ignore it. You're actually on Zoom, you're zooming in all the time, and you can see everything. Yeah, and we need to get used to it. If you're broadcasting later in the day, then you might need to have a shave beforehand, is all I'm saying. It can see the bristles and everything. So it does have the Sony CMOS chip, which means it's a true 4K camera, and it is 30 frames per second, which is industry standard. I'm broadcasting to you now at 720 and 30 frames per second. That's the standard for browser-based software. I'm broadcasting today from, if I go over here and go to the logo and get the logo up on screen, just a minute. I got it, found it. Okay. The logo, which is there, is BeLive. I'm broadcasting to you using BeLive, be.live, and there is a free trial of be.live. Just go and check it out. And if you're into marketing, then now is a good time. Okay. Now, the other thing we're tracking is that it's a bright sunny day here in England, and the sun is shining through the window onto the drawers. And we've got a situation. I read a piece this morning that the plants think it's spring, and they're springing through. So we've got weather we don't normally have. Okay, Now, you can directly save the camera settings to the camera. So basically, it remembers what you tell it to do. And then if I go here, okay, it has advanced face detection. And this is how it works. Basically, whether there's 1, 3, or 5 people on screen, it actually detects the number of faces and it widens its angle accordingly. And it's just the amazing conference camera, because what you've got is a camera which shows everybody who's in front of the camera, and also you've got the one central microphone so that everybody can be heard. So ideal conference camera, but it's perfect solo camera as well. Now it does come with a remote, and the remote, which is here, okay, if I go there, it's like a television remote, but it's a remote for webcams, and it actually works with several of the Nexigo series. And with this, I can control how I look on screen. So I can go from me and I can zoom out. And I'm just pressing number 2, and you can now see my full office. Okay. And you can see the bookshelf over there. You can see the Samsung all-in-one PC over there. And this is the normal view if you don't download the software. Now, as far as remote control is concerned, it comes with the camera. You just put 2 batteries in and it works straight away. And it gives you fine control. If I press button number 1, then it zooms in straight, and this is how I prefer to appear on screen. Okay, this is my comfort zone. I'm in my comfort zone like this. 2 actually zooms out, and then I can zoom back in again. Okay, I can go to the right, show you all my books. I can go to the left and show you the Samsung all-in-one PC, and then come back to me. So that's the remote control. I'm just going to take the snake off because I'm not sure whether you can actually comment at the moment. But if you are watching me live, please do comment, and then I shall bring the snake back because it's just going around the screen on its own at the moment. Okay, so remote control, and the remote control gives you fine control. I can zoom in slowly, yeah, and I can zoom out slowly. I can go left. That's probably a better picture. And I can go right. Now, if I get the perfect picture, which I think I've got now, I can press the settings button and 1, and this is now changed the first setting to here. So if I go out again and come back in, it's taking my change straight away. So you can perfect, because this is all about looking good on camera, and you can change and perfect how you look on camera using the remote control. Now, every time you buy a piece of hardware, 10 times digital zoom with the remote, every time you buy a piece of hardware, there's software to go with it. I'm going to show you the software that goes with this camera in a moment. The camera has dual microphones, and they're wide for a conference setting. And this is a big one. And it is a Black Friday deal today. The first 20 items in the carousel are all Black Friday deals. Nick and I own them, and I can talk about them. So if you've got questions about them, do ask. Okay, I'm here to help. This is a free service from Amazon. I'm happy to be and lucky to be broadcasting to you from the UK. And I'm talking about the top items on Amazon today. I'm showing you the bargains in terms of cameras, bargains in terms of microphones, and a whole host of other things, all broadcasting or action related. So stick around because I'm going to go through them. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. Okay, this is your chance to ask questions. You can go, if you click in the link in the carousel, it will take you off to the standard Amazon.com page. Clicking the link in the carousel, you're not buying anything. You're looking for further information. It takes you to the standard Amazon.com page, so you can scroll any of the first 20 items in the carousel, know that they're a Black Friday deal, and get more information. And you can watch other people's reviews. I'm giving you my live review. Now, the thing about this is that I'm live. And if you've got questions about any product in the carousel, please do ask. Okay. I'm fortunate. I've been broadcasting for the last 7 years. I started broadcasting before Facebook Live began. And I've done over 3,000 broadcasts. And my expertise is here for you. Okay. If you've got questions, do ask. Anyway, back to Nexigo and the camera you're looking at the moment, which is Nexigo are an American-born brand. They're based just outside Seattle, and it's built on the core values of innovation, and they bring something to every single camera they do. And the camera that you're looking at is the Nexigo N970p, which is down in the carousel, and it's $151.99. It is a Black Friday deal. It's 20% off. And so $151.99, normal price $189.99. So you're saving $38 if you buy it on Black Friday, which is today. Camera was released in October 2021. There have been updates to the software that we can use, and I respect Nexigo. Now, low light correction, it has built-in low light correction. Now, the thing here is that sometimes we don't have lights on, and if I go here, I'm just loading a piece of software. If I go here, then when my software arrives, I should be able to show you. I like doing demonstrations, practical demonstrations. So let's go here, and the software is slow to load, so I'll come back to that. Okay, and it can pick up a voice up to 20 feet away. So if you're all around a conference table, and this is a conference microphone and a solo microphone, then it will pick up your voice from 20 feet away. So it's designed to be on the conference table, and then you can just take that on, put it on. Just a minute. In order for that to work, yeah, what you want to do is this, and I'm just going over to here, is to put the camera on a stand. Okay, and if you put it on, I've got a LoomCube stand which is down the carousel. Every camera has a thread at the bottom, so you can actually put it onto a tripod stand. And let's just do something. Just a second. Okay, you can see a little bit better now. It will look good. I'm back again later today, but at the moment I'm struggling with the sunlight. It's sunny in the UK. Let's come back to me. But you can put any camera on the stand. You've got two ways of actually having a webcam. I've got 3 webcams on my BenQ monitor, which is down the carousel, and I just switch between looking at one camera and another. The other thing I can do, as I've done with the OBSpot, which is also in the carousel today, is that I can put it onto a tripod. So do consider putting your camera on a tripod, because there are benefits which I'll talk about in a moment. So low light correction, and it can pick up voices, and we're talking about the Nexigo N970p webcam from Nexigo, who are based just outside Seattle. This is the clearest picture I've seen on a webcam, and it's down to the Sony CMOS chip, which gives us the 4K. Now, the thing about 4K cameras is they've got 4K lenses, which means that when you go down to 720 and 1080, the picture is clearer. So a 4K camera has clearer pictures at 1080 and 720 as a general rule. I want to say a big thank you for spending part of Black Friday with me. I enjoy being here, and if you have any questions, please do ask. Okay, now we're going to go to the next item in the carousel. Again, this is a Black Friday deal, and it's the OBSpot Tiny camera. And I'm going to switch cameras. I'm going to go over here, and I've got my fingers crossed, because if I go here and I go here, just a minute, we're switching cameras, and this should work. Okay, and I'm going to resume, and I'm going to go here, and nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Just a minute. This is live video. Anything can happen. Let's come back to me for a moment. Okay, I need to set that up. Just give me a second. Let me close that, and I just need a piece of software. Just a minute. And I'm going to load the software and hopefully refresh. So I'm working away in the background. I do appreciate your being with me. And if you've got any questions, if I just a minute, this is interesting. Just a minute. What am I going to do? I'm going to zoom out. Oh, this is good. All my software stopped working. Just a second. I'm going to find a camera. Okay, my software stopped working. Just a second. I'm definitely going to close that. This is, if I go here, just a minute. I go here. My cameras have decided they've gone on strike. What a day for a camera to go wrong. Anyway, I can tell you that the OBSBot is a great camera. I'm just going to close that and I'm going to start it up again. And you can see the top of my head there. We're on maximum zoom at the moment, which is not a good thing, but I will be with you in a moment. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to get at least one camera actually working. Okay, I know what's happened there. I'm going to close that and I'm going to go here. Just a minute. And I'm going to switch over. Okay, and I'm waiting for a second or two. Whew! I don't know where I went then. Okay, let's go to software again. And the thing about live video, and I'm just going to start some software. The thing about live video is that occasionally things will go wrong. And what I'm trying to do is to get you a picture of, not there. I want to come back to, at least I can come back to me now. If I go and I click that button, everything's going wrong today. Would you believe it? Amazon Live Broadcast and everything's going wrong, and I can't get the software that I want. And my computer is playing up. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to go here. And hopefully, if I go like that, not like that, like that, this is live, anything can happen, and go to advanced, and I'm going to switch that off. Okay, we're getting somewhere back to normal now. Okay, now I was trying to show you the OBSBot tiny camera, and I'm just going to start the software again because I think my computer is updating. So if I go there, oh wait a minute, I know what I've done wrong. Just a minute, I'm getting there. Don't panic. Save the panicking to me. And oh good. I'm just going to refresh that, and hopefully my camera. This is embarrassing, especially on Black Friday. Okay, we're going to go on to the next item in the carousel. Okay, the next item, again, a Black Friday deal, and something is working because I've just shrunk. Let's go to there. No, nothing wants to work, and all my cameras, all my best laid plans of mice and men, I've got locked. I don't believe this. Now, if I go like that, and I go like that, and I'll get there. Okay. Right. I'm going to explain. This is the first of 3 shows today. And occasionally when you go live, things don't go exactly according to plan. And something weird is happening to my cameras at the moment. And they've got a mind of their own. They really have. I mean, apologies for this. Hopefully you can still hear me, but I'm waiting for just a second. It is so slow. It's not true. Okay, let's try this. Let's go back one. We'll get there. Okay, and let's try this. Hopefully. Right. Now I can. This is this is the Oberspot camera, and it does have a mind of its own at the moment. I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go to the Samsung Galaxy. This has never happened before. I'm going to close that down. I'm going to take that out of there. Okay, because I'm hoping that if I do this, things will actually get better. So I'm going to remove that camera. Okay, so that's that camera removed. And I'm going to close this program down. I might even go to Task Manager to actually remove it. Anyway, whilst I'm talking, the first 20 items in the carousel are on special offer. And I'm just, right, I think I've got rid of it now. Whew. Okay, when things go wrong when you're live, you do have a problem because you've got to put them right whilst you're live. And sometimes it makes for entertaining live broadcasting. Sometimes it's difficult. So I know I've got another, I'm relying on the fact that I've got another 2 broadcasts today. And these things are sent to triers. Really are. I mean, I'm grateful that the sun's shining out the window. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful to be live on Amazon Live today and talking to you. Okay, so having spent the last 5 or 6 minutes fighting the cameras, I've got to say I've got 5 cameras, so I've been fighting 5 cameras. If I'd just been fighting 1 or 2, I'd have been okay, but I've got 5 cameras today, and what we're going to talk about now is not a camera. It is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone, which is on Black Friday deal. The first 20 items in my carousel are all Black Friday deals. Okay. And I own them all, so I can talk about them. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is $869.99 today. It is 28% off. That is a saving of $330. So it's $330 off today. And I have to say, I'm just going to the phone. I have to say that this is the best mobile phone I've ever owned. It is the flagship phone from Samsung. It's released earlier this year, and I'm going to talk about it and then I'll give you a demonstration of it. Okay. There are different models. This is 256 gig of memory and an 8K video and 8K camera. Basically, this can shoot 8K video, which is amazing, very high quality video. Now, what I'm going to do, I can blab for Britain. I can talk about all of the things that this can do, but I'm going to show you some images, and I'm going to show you a video taken with this phone, so you can actually work out the quality of this phone. It has the brightest display that a Samsung phone has ever had. Now, I can attest to this. I can take this phone outside in the sunshine, beautiful sunshine today, and I can still read the screen. It comes complete with an S Pen. Okay. Now, the S Pen used to be with the Galaxy Note. It's now with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, the thing about the S Pen is I can go here or here, and I can, after a second, just a minute, I've got to concentrate on this. Just give me a sec. And I'm doing my best handwriting today. I think we've got there. So you can actually write with the stylus, with the S Pen. The thing, though, about making notes is you can save notes, no problem at all. But in addition to that, if you're in a no phones meeting where you've got to switch your phone off, you can still use the Galaxy S22 Ultra to take notes, save the notes, and then once you've come out of the meeting, the notes are available for use. And I think that's quite a neat feature. It has a long battery life. Okay, it takes an hour to charge with a brick, which I'll come to in a moment. and it runs for 24 to 38 hours, to 30 hours on a recharge. It takes 8K super steady video. It has a built-in stabilizer. So, when you're actually shooting video and you're walking, what's actually happening is you stride, the camera goes up and down. The stabilizer's job is to compensate for that. So the stabilizer keeps the image steady whilst you're walking. The next feature, it's got nightography, which is the ability to take photographs at night. Now, I've seen some examples, and I've got my own, where it looks like it's daylight. It looks almost like it's daylight. So it's very good at nightography, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Now, camera-wise, lens-wise, 108 megapixel resolution, which is an amazingly high number for a lens. On the back, you have got the 108 megapixel lens. You've got a 3 times zoom and 10 times zoom. Okay, and the nightography lens as well. It's got adaptive color contrast. Now, this means that if you're out in bright sunlight, you can still read the screen. The screen adapts to your surroundings. Just to emphasize, long-lasting battery plus fast charging. Okay, it has the embedded S Pen. Now, the thing I love about the S Pen is that not only can you actually use, there are 7 different apps you can use, but you can also use it to take photographs. Rather than actually pressing the button on the camera, you can use an air gesture to actually take photographs. So it means you can set up things beforehand and then just go like that. The other thing about the S Pen is that if I walk out the room, and I leave this behind, I get a message on my phone saying, Stephen, you've left your S Pen behind. Okay, so it sends how close the S Pen is. Now, the phone is, just a minute, the phone is unlocked by Samsung. It's dual SIM, so you can have 2 phone numbers, 2 sets of phone calls, 2 sets of texts, and you can get 2 SIM cards from your favorite carrier. You don't need to worry about getting it unlocked or anything. It's automatically unlocked at the beginning by Samsung. Now, as far as the size is concerned, it is 6.8 inches tall. It's got a WQHD screen, which is an amazing screen, amazing display, and an adaptive refresh rate. Okay, today it is $330. You can save $330 on this phone today, this very phone. And in a moment, I'm going to show you what it can do. As far as charging is concerned, you can charge it at 5,000 milliamps, 45 watt charging, or you can do it wirelessly at 15 watts. There is a difference. 45 watts is faster than 15 watts. Okay, so if you use the brick, and there is one down in the carousel on a Black Friday deal. In fact, if I go over here, just a minute, the featured item at the moment, he said, right, okay, let's just go with it. The featured item at the moment, I've just switched over, is the Ugreen charger. Now, the Ugreen charger will charge any Android phone. Today, it is 36% off. It will save you $7.20. So if you want a charger for this, a fast charger, the Ugreen 30 watt charger down in the carousel goes with the Galaxy 20, 21, 22. Okay, fast charging, and it well, you've watched the last few minutes. I've let the phone run down to 0. I plugged it into the Ugreen, and within an hour it was fully charged. So it does charge very quickly. And the Ugreen 30 watt charger is the best one that I've found. Okay, let's go back to where we were. And we're talking not about chargers now. We're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, the next feature before we go to the demo is the rear camera is 108 megapixel. The front camera is 40 megapixel. The camera was released on February 9th, 2022. Just let me take that logo off. I'm going to go here and switch off the logo. Now, I've given you all the main features of the Samsung Galaxy S22, but I want to show you a few things right now. Okay, so bear with me as we go through some things, if I can find them. Okay. This photograph was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22. This is Queen Elizabeth II Gardens, which are in Salisbury in England. And I think that's a beautiful image of the gardens. This photograph was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is, if I go here, switch my camera on, that can appear on screen. Take that off solo. Let's find out what we've got on screen. So we've got 20 Black Friday deals. The first 20 items in the carousel today are all Black Friday deals. I own them all. I can demonstrate them to you. So let's just hide that for a moment. And below, the two photographs were taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And if we can find another photograph, okay, let's bring this in. All the photographs I'm showing you were taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I'm just trying to find another one. Okay. Okay, so right, I think we're there now. All these images were shot with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And if I go back through here, just believe me, I'm going to show you some photographs. And if I go this way, just a second. Just let me get the hang of this. Okay. When I said a moment ago that there is a nightography lens on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, there is. It was pitch black. It was 11 o'clock at night when I took this picture, and I didn't know what I was shooting, but the small lights have actually allowed this amazing photograph. And yeah, the next photograph is the Shire Horse, and this is the centre of where I live. This is Devizes in Wiltshire in England. We're about 93 miles away from London. And that's the colorized one. Okay, so this is the first photograph. This is Birdland, which is in the Cotswolds in England. And I got closer to the flamingos, and then beautiful shot of the flamingos. The penguins. I was 30 foot away when I took this shot. I zoomed in though, and I think every Amazon Live broadcast should have penguins. So that's why I've got the penguins here today. And then the next photograph. This is my partner Angelica, and my partner Angelica is there with the flamingos. And again, that was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. We've sown a wild garden as well, and the next two photographs are taken in the wild garden, and it's just amazing how it has grown. Planting wildflowers gives you a lot of color over the months. I mean, there's still color in the garden now in November. Okay, this is local to me. This is the Cranmer. This is a man-built lake. Behind the bushes on the left-hand side is St. James's Church, which is our church. And then you've got the row of cottages, which were workers' cottages, but are now desirable residences. This is our high street. It was our high street. It's been bypassed now, but I love the composition of this. You've got the cars on the left, the no parking sign in the center, and then the shopkeeper displaying his wares outside the shop. And then we're going to come to nightography again, and we're going to come to the horse. Okay, so this is the quality of the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. All these photos, I am not by any stretch of the imagination a great photographer. Okay, but using the camera, it looks as though I know what I'm doing, which I love. Now, that's basically the images that you can take, because the camera itself, let's just remind ourselves, on the reverse has a 108 megapixel lens, and can shoot 8K images and 8K video. Now, going over to 8K video, I'm going to show you a short video which was shot with, if I can find it, the way things are going at the moment, I'm not sure I will, but just a minute. Bear with me. Yes, I found it. what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a short video, and this video was created using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I'm just blown away. Me personally, I'm blown away by the quality of this video. And I'm going to switch my microphone off. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And now I must say that this is a former industrial estate, factories, and has become a typical English country garden. We're at the Court Garden and just had lunch. And the thing about the Court Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone, so this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders, and there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August, and the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing, and switch my microphone on. You can hear me now. I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Everything that's gone on today is I'm just waiting for the sound to come through, and then we'll take these photographs off. But you've seen the quality of. And switch my microphone on. You yes. Can hear me now. You can hear me now. You've seen the quality of the images taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and the quality of the video. It is the best camera, the webcam I've had. It's the best mobile phone I've had. It takes all the standard Android apps. It's lightning fast, and it's very high quality. So all these images were taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, down in the carousel today, $869.99, a saving of $330 on this particular phone. And just to say, this is the flagship phone, and it is this year's phone. It was actually released, if I go here and here, I'll get there in a second. It's released on, it is this year's model, released February 9th, 2022. It's the best phone I've had. And what I'm going to do is remove the video. So let's go to the video and hide that. Okay. Picture top right is Queen Elizabeth II Gardens in Salisbury. Underneath that is the Cairnhill Locks. It's the longest set of locks in the world. And Cairnhill Locks, if I take that off, that's where I go training. That's where I do my walking. That's where I use my Fitbit Charge 5 and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the headphones, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Just a reminder. Okay. The first 20 items in my carousel are all Black Friday deals, and I can show you any of them. Okay. And that includes the Nexigo 970p, the Logitech Brio, and the OBSBot 4K. Okay. Underneath that is Roundway Hill, and Roundway Hill was the scene of a battle during the Civil War, Roundheads versus Cavaliers. The Royals won, and there was men on horse and there were cannons, and one of the cannons fired a shot which hit the church that Angelica and I go to, St. James's Church, and there's still a mark in the wall where the cannonball hit. Basically, that was the scene of the battle. The Shire horses, this Shire horse actually is a working Shire horse. It works for the local brewery, which is Wadworth, and 5 days a week it delivers cask ale to the local inns, public houses, and every August, the horses get a month's holiday and go out to a farm, stay on a farm. And then the last image was shot at the Courts Garden. This is where the video was taken. And basically, I just love the composition of this shot. Again, it's taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, so I think I can say that I am very pleased with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let's take the photographs away one at a time. So I'm going to hide that. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to hide that. Okay, I'm going to hide that one, leaving us with the Queen Elizabeth Gardens and basically back to me. Okay, and we have a comment coming in, and I want to say hello to Lucia. Just a minute, I need to read this. Lucia, good morning. Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, who is a fellow Amazon Live broadcaster, and good morning and thank you. And in actual fact, I can show that on the screen. Okay, good morning, Lucia, and thank you for actually joining me on Amazon Live. And the thing I can do now is I can go here, and because you've been so kind as to actually comment, I can show the snake on screen, and you're at the head of the snake. What more can we do? Yeah, so absolutely brilliant. I do appreciate the comments. And as I said earlier, if you've got any questions about any aspect of live broadcasting, and Lucia is saying that she actually loves the snake. Okay, brilliant. And I love it too. It just brightens things up. It brightens things up. And if you make a comment on Amazon Live, then your comment I will show on screen. And in addition to that, you'll become part of the snake. So let's leave the snake on for a moment. So remember, the first 20 items in my carousel are Black Friday deals. I'm live now. I'm live at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern with the same deals. So if I don't get to it in this show, with 3 shows today, I should actually get through it at some point. Right, now the next item in the carousel is the Logitech C920X. Now, if I go over here, just let me find my mouse. I found my mouse. And if I go over here, just let me do this. I'm just going through items in the carousel. Okay, and I'm going to show this on screen. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's go side by side. And I've got the sun in my eyes. Okay, the next item in the carousel is the Black Friday deal. It is the Logitech C920X. And if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, I've just posted a link. Okay, and a comment coming from Dan. So Poggers, Steve, keep up the good work. Thank you. I will. And thank you for joining me, Dan. And you're now on the snake. Okay. And I'm trying to keep out the sunlight. Just a second. Just a second. I'm going to take control here. I'm going to, if I do this, okay, right, that's better. Okay. I've removed the sunshine. Okay. Now, there are three things important in live broadcasting. If I go here, the first is the camera, and the second is the microphone, and the third is the lighting. Now, in the first 20 items in the carousel are all Black Friday deals. They're all in my studio. This is the first external camera I bought, and I bought this basically. I want to go back. I've got to go back to here. I started live broadcasting 7 years ago, before Amazon Live, before Facebook Live even. And there were hundreds of us who used to broadcast on a website called Blab. And this was way before Facebook Live. Just let me set that out. Right. This was way before Facebook Live. And we knew that we were going to go on Facebook Live, and we had to improve how we looked. And that was through, if I go side by side now, that was through this, which is my first external camera, Logitech C920X. Alexa, who are Logitech?
Logitech International SA is a Swiss-American multinational manufacturer of computer peripherals and software, with headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland, and Newark, California.
Alexa, stop.
The company has offices.
Right. So, Swiss-American company, headquarters in Newark in California, and I bought this camera 7 years ago. Now, the one that's down the carousel is much more recent than this. I wouldn't sell you a 7-year-old camera, but I'm using it to show that it has, if I go here, okay, if we look at the camera like so, and put it close to the screen so you can see it, what you have is the lens in the center, and then you've got twin microphones. Okay. And that means that not only are you buying a camera, you're actually buying your first external microphone. And this is important because this $59.99 camera can improve your broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch as soon as you plug it in. As soon as you plug it in, and it's a USB-A, it goes into your Mac or your PC, it will be recognized. Millions of these cameras have been sold. This is the ideal first camera. It's the ideal Christmas present. It's the ideal first camera for anybody who's thinking about going live or broadcasts on Zoom, because as soon as you get an external camera, then the quality of your video improves. Okay. Now, this is the Logitech C920X. The X stands for extra. I'll show what the extra is in a moment. It is full 1080p, 720p. Now, as far as broadcasting is concerned, broadcasting through a browser, that's it. That's on the button. 1080p, 30 frames per second. Okay. 720 DVD, 1080, perfect. 30 frames per second is the standard through our browsers. It's got clear stereo audio through the omnidirectional microphones. Omnidirectional picks up the sound all around you. Yeah. It's got HD light auto correction. If you're in a low light situation, then the lens will adjust to actually show you in a better light. It has advanced capture software, which I'm going to show you in a moment. In a moment, I'll give you a demonstration of the software. Now, if you buy a camera, if you buy a microphone, you've paid for it. You paid good dollars for it. Every camera and every microphone has software that goes with it. If you get the software, you'll use the camera to its full extent. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to sit back now. So it's got low light compensation. Okay. And as I said earlier, the lens has a 78-degree field of view. And the version that's down the carousel was released 31st March 2020. And Logitech C920X includes a 3-month license of XSplit VCam. background removal, which is why I've got the green screen. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and this is free. This is included in the price. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you how background removal works, irrespective of the system. Just before I come back, there are software companies who do the background removal for you, and they say you don't need a green screen. If you've not got a green screen, it's okay. If you have a green screen, then basically it is near perfect. And I'm just flicking through the carousel until I get to my cutoff point. Okay. So this video will explain how background removal software works, and it's free, 3-month license to XSplit VCAM with this very camera, the ideal Christmas gift, the ideal first camera. So let's put this on screen, switch off my microphone. Is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire, England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCAM, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCAM program. Okay, now you notice at the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCAM is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing you can do is you can actually run a YouTube video in the background. It won't have sound, but it can be entertaining. Now, the whole purpose of having background removal is to change up your game, to improve your live broadcasts. And just before we leave the Logitech C920X, it is the ideal first camera. I know it's durable because I've had this 7 years. It still works, and it is down in the carousel right now on discount. And the discount today is, okay, need my reading glasses occasionally. It's $59.99, 14% discount today. It is a Black Friday deal. And in fact, everything I'm showing you today is a Black Friday deal. Now, the next item in the carousel, if I go off full screen, and I just want to make sure, just a second, just give me a second. Next item in the carousel. Right, I know I've got microphone, which is good. So the next item that I'm going to talk about as I hide that video is this. And this is the Elgato Stream Deck. which is now down in the carousel. It is a Black Friday deal. It's $119.99 and it's 20% off. Now, this is something that you don't know how good it is until you get one. Okay, and I posted the link. If you're watching on Facebook, that link goes straight to the Elgato Stream Deck. Okay, if you're watching on Amazon Live, just click the link down in the carousel. You find out more information. You're not actually buying anything until you press the normal buy button. Okay, so you're just getting more information. So the Elgato Stream Deck, well, if I share my screen, just a minute. I just want to do something. Just let me start something up. You can see what it looks like from the image that's there. And the software, I'm going to show you the software that comes with it. So let me share my screen. And I'm going to go to a window. And I'm going to go to Stream Deck. And I'm going to share. And I'm going to bring it on screen. Okay, so full screen. And this is the Elgato Stream Deck software. And it is so easy to use. And just to show that I've got one, if I come back off full screen and come to me, okay, this is the Elgato Stream Deck, which is down in the carousel. Now, the job of the Elgato Stream Deck is to make your life easier. And it makes your life easier by allowing you two features, which are so simple and so straightforward, that they do make a difference to how you actually control your computer. Okay. This is the control panel next to me. And this is the actual unit. If I press the button there, I'll go back up and I can control it either from the software or from the unit. And the thing is, when I go live on Amazon Live, I've got preparation to do. I've got to load my studio, which is BeLive. So let's go over here and put the logo on screen. I'm actually broadcasting from BeLive, which is there. Okay, so the first thing I have to do is load BeLive. Then I've got to load Amazon. So all I need to do on here is to go to my BeLive page. I can press the button and it loads the BeLive web page. The next thing I can do is that whilst I am live, I can control my studio. And by pressing buttons on here, yeah, I can control how I look on screen. I can go and cycle through the 4 different ways of actually displaying on screen. Yeah, if I bring this into the equation, okay, I can go like that. I can go like that. I can go like that. And go like that. Now, you're getting the idea. Basically, controls are actually provided so by the software houses. BeLive have got a set of shortcuts. OBS has got a set of shortcuts. vMix have got shortcuts. A lot of apps, including Elgato Wave 3, have got shortcuts. And you can key the shortcuts into here and then run it from here. Now, the next thing I've got to do when I go live, and I'm going to go up, he said, is, and I'm going to show this full screen. I have to load the camera software. So this button here loads the OBSBot software. And then let's just go here. I can load the OBSBot software. I can load the Logitech software. I can load the Nexigo software and Logitech G Hub and XSplit VCam. And I'm going to load XSplit VCam right now by pressing that button. Okay, so XSplit VCam is loading on my machine right now. And if I go back up and I go to BeLive and go to here and take that off full screen, it makes my life a lot easier, because normally it would take me 20 minutes to set up for an Amazon Live broadcast. Now I can actually do it a lot quicker than that, because I can set every app to open. I can set every web page to open. And if you're doing a lot of work on your browser, then you can open a tab simply by pressing a button on here. It saves you a lot of time. Seeing is believing. I mean, I didn't actually believe how good this was. I've got to be honest. Until I got one of these, I did not realize the benefits of having an Elgato Stream Deck. Whether you're a streamer or not, yeah, the Elgato Stream Deck can actually make a big difference to the way they actually work. Okay, and I'm just using camera software, which I've just loaded, to actually do that. So Elgato Stream Deck, Black Friday deal today. If you do a lot of work in broadcasting, if you do a lot of work on the web, then it's $119.99, which is 20% off. Okay, now the next item, which I need to go here for, or in fact, if I go here and I've got, just a minute, apps, I can load them. Okay, so the next item that's down the carousel is the Logitech Litra Glow Light. And if I go here and here, I can switch my light on. And when I switch my light on, you can see me clear. I'm clearer picture now. Now, Logitech Litra Glow Light, Black Friday deal, $49.99. It's 17% off today. Yeah. And I'm just going to get you a sample. Okay. If you heard that, that was the camera falling on the floor. I'll get that later. Okay. This is a Logitech Litra Glow Light. If you're live broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, you need good lighting. You need a good camera, you need a good microphone, and you need good lighting. 3 things that you actually need when you're broadcasting live. Logitech Litra Glow is basically the first light that Logitech have produced. Now, we know Logitech for their cameras, okay? Logitech's Brio, C920X, C270. This is the first light that they've produced. And when you take it out of the box, you just lift that ledge and it then goes over the back of your monitor. And you can control it through a button. That's the on and off switch there. And then you've got light, you've got temperature, and you have brightness. You can use the controls to actually control the temperature and the light. You can bend forward, okay, you can angle that way. You can turn side to side like that. And you can raise, yeah. Now my Logitech Litra light is on top of my monitor now, and it's angled like so. Simple as that. And I can control it using the software. And I'm going to show you the software. Just give me a second. I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to go for a window, and I'm going to go there and there. And I'm going to show it on screen. Okay. And this is the Logitech Litra Glow software, which is Logitech G Hub, which is well known to gamers around the world. And using this software, if I come back to me, using this software, okay, that we don't need that. What I'm talking about is Logitech Litra Glow Light, which is down in the carousel at $49.99. So I don't need that software, so I can hide that. Okay, and we're back to me and the light. So Logitech Litra Glow Light down in the carousel, $49.99, 17% discount. And it just works. It works out the box. I saw this, I was watching an Amazon live broadcast with my good friend Marco Novo, and he was interviewing Daniel Sigmund from, well, it's just, I might have a photograph of it, just a minute. I might have a photograph. Let's just look down in the carousel at everything I've got on board, and possibly, you never know, so many things in the carousel. No, I haven't got it. I'll find it. I will find it for this afternoon's broadcast. But that's Logitech Leader Grow Light. As a solo broadcaster, this is the only light that you need. I use it in all my broadcasts. I've got two of them, by the way. One is pointing down at me right now, and the other one goes and it highlights the desktop area. Now I'm just going to check something to see if we're actually working. Okay, so if I go here and I go here, just a minute, I'm just waiting for something to work. Bear with me a moment. Okay, we've got it. Okay, patience wins. Right, the next item we're going to look at is one, this is my favorite camera, and I'm going to switch over to here. Okay. And I'm going to hide that. I'm going to bring in a camera, just a second. Add a camera, bring it in, and it's going to be, I'm going to use XSplit VCam to do it. Just a second. There it is. Okay. And waiting to show on screen. We'll be here in a second. I'm just waiting for, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. XSplit VCam. I'm having problems with cameras this morning. I'll be all right. I'm back again at 9 AM Eastern. So hopefully by then I'll have got all the problems actually sorted out. But I should be able to do this. Fingers crossed. Okay, and I should be able to show you a blank camera. Just let me go here and go here. And that's good, isn't it? We're back to where we were. If I go here, you've seen, that's my cameras. I'm going to go around and we'll go ground through the office. So we're actually going around and we're going to end up with me. And what I want to do is to actually zoom out. Okay, I think you can see me now. And this is the OBSBot Tiny, which is down in the carousel, $149. It is a Black Friday deal, and it's still running slow. Okay, I thought I'd try it out. Let me go here and go back to here. I really must get that sorted for this afternoon and just ignore it for the moment. So if you come back 9 AM Eastern, you'll actually see the Logitech cameras and the OBSBot cameras as well. And all will be working perfectly, he said. Okay. Right, okay, so the next thing down in the carousel, which is also a deal, is the Lamical tablet stand. And the tablet stand is here. Now, one of the things that I love, and the stand, by the way, is on discount today. It's a Black Friday deal. It is $15.99. It's got 36% off. So you save 36% on this stand today. And this is a tablet stand. And I've had this 3 years. I love the design. It's stainless steel. It has cable can go through there. And your tablet simply rests there. And you can change the angle. Okay. Now, one of the things I'm hot on is design. And this has to be one of the best designed tablet stands I've seen. It's very stable. You can adjust the angle. Yeah, down to there. It is $15.99 today. It is 36% off. I use it daily. This is where my iPad goes when it's not working like it is today. And it's just high quality build. And it's a Lamical stand. Lamical, well known for the quality of their stands and the design, and I'm grateful. I actually got this 3 years ago. So that's the Lamical stand, 36% off today, $15.99. Okay, let's go over to the next item in the carousel, which I can tell you about, and let's go here. Now, one of the things that we're reliant on, if I go here, nothing is behaving itself today. Hope it works later. Okay, and thank you for your patience and staying with me. I'm just going to go back a minute. And hopefully I can actually get there. Wait a minute. I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to actually get something on screen. And it's got a mind of its own. Let's try this. I'm going to take myself off solo. Okay, so I'm